Harper stared at the ornate wedding invitation in her trembling hands, the gold-embossed letters blurring as tears welled up. It wasn't just any invitation. It was hers, announcing her arranged marriage to Hazel Montgomery, the IC-CEO of Montgomery Enterprises, a woman she'd never met. In that moment, as her father's stern voice echoed from the study demanding compliance to save their crumbling family business, Harper felt her world shatter. Realizing this union wasn't salvation, but a cage forged from desperation and deceit. She paced the dimly lit living room of their Boston brownstone, her mind racing with a storm of thoughts. How could her parents do this? They knew nothing about her inner turmoil, the secret whispers of her heart that had always leaned toward women, buried deep under layers of societal expectation and familial duty. "It's for the greater good," her mother had said earlier, her voice laced with false optimism, but Harper saw the cracks, the fear of losing their legacy, the shame of bankruptcy. The greater good? It felt like betrayal, a transaction where she was the currency. Her phone buzzed. A message from her best friend, Mia. "You can't go through with this. Fight it." But fighting meant exposing everything, risking the fragile facade she'd built. The next morning, Harper drove to the Montgomery Tower in downtown Boston, her heart pounding like a drum in a silent room. She had to meet Hazel, to see if there was any humanity behind the reputation of the cold, calculating businesswoman who'd built an empire from nothing. As the elevator ascended to the penthouse office, Harper's thoughts spiraled. What if this woman was as heartless as the rumors said? What if agreeing to this marriage meant surrendering her soul? The doors opened and there she was, Hazel, tall and poised behind a massive oak desk, her sharp green eyes flicking up from a stack of papers. "Miss Ellis," Hazel said coolly, her voice like polished steel. "I assume you're here to discuss the terms." Harper swallowed hard, stepping forward. "Terms? This isn't a business deal. It's my life." Inside she screamed. "Why me? Why now, when I'm just starting to understand who I am?" Hazel's lips curved into a faint, unreadable smile. "Everything is a deal, Harper. Your family's company gets the bailout. I get stability. Appearances matter in my world." Stability? Harper wondered what that meant for a woman like Hazel, who exuded power but seemed isolated, a fortress unto herself. As they talked, Hazel outlining the prenup, the public facade they'd maintain, Harper felt an unexpected pull, a curiosity that unsettled her. Was it the way Hazel's gaze lingered just a second too long, or the subtle vulnerability in her posture? Days blurred into negotiations, each meeting chipping away at Harper's resolve. Her father pressured her relentlessly. "Think of your siblings, the employees who'll lose their jobs." The weight crushed her. She imagined the headlines if she refused. Family ruin, her name dragged through the mud. But deeper, her own secrets gnawed. Stolen glances at women in college, the crush on her roommate she'd never acted on. Marrying Hazel meant confronting that, or burying it forever. One evening, alone in her apartment, Harper whispered to herself, "What if this is my punishment for hiding?" The thought terrified her, yet a spark of defiance flickered. Maybe she could turn this into her own path. The engagement party was a lavish affair at the Montgomery estate on the outskirts of Boston. A sprawling mansion that screamed old money despite Hazel's self-made status. Harper stood in a designer gown that felt like armor, smiling for photos as flashes blinded her. Hazel was by her side, arm linked in a performative gesture, but their conversation earlier replayed in Harper's mind. "We don't have to like each other," Hazel had said. "Just play the part." Play the part. Words that echoed Harper's entire life. As guests toasted their perfect match, Harper's uncle pulled her aside, his breath reeking of whiskey. "You're doing the right thing, girl. None of that funny business now." Funny business? He meant her orientation, the whispers he'd overheard years ago. Shame burned in her chest. She excused herself, fleeing to the garden. There under the stars, Harper let the tears fall. "Why can't I just be free?" she thought, the pressure of family expectations suffocating her. Suddenly, Hazel appeared, handing her a glass of water. "Rough night." Her tone was softer, almost human. Harper wiped her eyes. "You have no idea." They talked then, really talked about ambitions, losses. Hazel shared a sliver. Her rise from poverty, the sacrifices. For the first time, Harper saw cracks in the CEO's armor. and it stirred something forbidden. But as the night ended, Harper pushed it down. This was survival, not romance. Wedding preparations accelerated, each decision a nail in her coffin. Harper's mother fussed over flowers, ignoring her daughter's pallor. "You'll grow to love her," she insisted. Love? The word mocked Harper's confusion. Late nights she researched Hazel online. Articles praising her business acumen, but hints of a reclusive personal life. One photo caught her eye. Hazel at a charity gala alone. "What's your story?" Harper murmured to the screen. The doubt grew. Was this marriage a trap, or an unintended escape? On the eve of the wedding, Harper confronted her father in his study. "Dad, I can't do this. It's not right." He slammed his fist. "Right? We've lost everything without this alliance. You're selfish." Selfish, the accusation pierced her. In her room, she paced, inner monologue raging. Am I selfish for wanting authenticity? Or brave for considering rebellion? Sleep evaded her, visions of a loveless life haunting her dreams. The wedding day dawned crisp and clear, but Harper's heart was a tempest. As she walked down the aisle in the grand cathedral, guests murmuring approval, she locked eyes with Hazel at the altar. The woman's expression was unreadable, but something shifted in Harper, a spark of recognition perhaps. Vows were exchanged mechanically, rings slipped on fingers. "I do," Harper said, her voice steady despite the chaos inside. But as they kissed, a brief, obligatory peck, Harper felt a jolt, an unwelcome warmth. What have I done? She thought, the realization dawning. This wasn't just a marriage, it was the beginning of her unraveling. In the weeks following the wedding, Harper moved into Hazel's penthouse overlooking Boston Harbor, a sleek space of glass and steel that mirrored its owner's demeanor. The transition was jarring. Gone were the cozy chaos of her family home, replaced by sterile luxury. Hazel was polite but distant, burying herself in work, leaving Harper to navigate the emptiness alone. "This is what you signed up for," Harper told herself in the mirror one morning, staring at the stranger she'd become. But the isolation amplified her inner conflicts. The pull toward Hazel that she couldn't name, clashing with the societal norms drilled into her since childhood. Family visits were tense affairs. Her parents beamed with false pride, touring the penthouse like conquerors. "See? It's all working out," her father said, clapping Hazel on the back. Hazel nodded curtly, her eyes flicking to Harper with an unspoken question. Later, alone, Harper confronted the mirror again. Why does her gaze unsettle me? Is it resentment, or something more dangerous? The thought of her conservative upbringing loomed. Church sermons decrying unnatural loves, friends who'd shunned a gay cousin. She pushed it down, focusing on charity events Hazel dragged her to, where whispers followed them. The power couple. Power? It felt like chains. One evening, after a gala, Harper snapped. "Do you even see me, or am I just a prop?" she demanded as they rode the elevator home. Hazel's eyes narrowed. "You're the one who agreed to this. What did you expect, fairy tales?" The word stung, but Harper pressed. "I expected humanity." Inside she battled. Am I fighting for respect or connection? Hazel sighed, softening slightly. My life's been transactions. Emotions complicate things. For the first time, Harper glimpsed vulnerability. Hazel's orphan childhood, the cutthroat corporate world. It humanized her, stirring empathy that blurred lines. As months passed, cracks formed in their facade. Harper volunteered at a local LGBTQ center, drawn by an inexplicable urge. There she met women like her, struggling with identity amid societal pressure. "You're not alone," a counselor said, and Harper's heart ached. Back home, she hid brochures, fearing Hazel's reaction. But one day, Hazel found them. "What's this?" she asked, tone neutral. Harper froze, then defiantly. "Research. For me." Inner turmoil surged. Admitting this could shatter everything. Hazel's response surprised her. "I get it. More than you know." The ambiguity hung, fueling Harper's confusion. Tension escalated when Harper's brother, Alex, visited unannounced. "This setup's weird, sis. You okay?" he probed over coffee. Harper hesitated, then confessed fragments. The emotional void, her growing doubts. Alex's face darkened. Mom and Dad pushed you into this. But if it's not right. He trailed off, but his words ignited rebellion in her. That night she confronted Hazel. Why did you choose me? Out of all options. Hazel paused then. Your family's desperation matched mine. I needed a wife for board approval. Old school investors hate unmarried leaders. Harper reeled. So I'm a tool? The betrayal burned. Yet she saw Hazel's own cage. Corporate expectations stifling her true self. A turning point came during a business trip to New York. Sharing a hotel suite, forced proximity bred intimacy. Over late-night talks, Hazel opened up about past heartbreaks, relationships hidden to protect her career. Love's a liability, she said bitterly. Harper's pulse quickened. Was Hazel hinting at her orientation? Her own secrets bubbled. I've never been honest about who I am. The admission hung, electric. Inside, Harper panicked. What if she rejects me? But Hazel's hand on hers was gentle. Neither have I. The moment passed without escalation, but it planted seeds of possibility and fear. Back in Boston, societal pressures mounted. At a family dinner, Harper's aunt grilled her. When are the grandkids coming? The question was a dagger, highlighting the charade. Harper excused herself, tears streaming in the bathroom. I can't keep lying, she thought, the moral quandary tearing her. Honor family or embrace truth. Hazel found her, offering silent comfort. Their eyes met, a silent understanding forming. But doubt crept. Is this real, or manipulation? The first major conflict erupted when Harper discovered old emails on Hazel's laptop, forgotten in a rush. They referenced a disguise operation years ago, involving Harper's family estate. Heart pounding, she dug deeper. Hazel had posed as a servant in their home during college summers, spying for a rival firm. Shockwaves hit. You knew me? Before all this, she accused that night. Hazel paled. It was business. I didn't expect us. Betrayal surged. Harper stormed out, wandering Boston streets. Inner monologue raged. How much was calculated? Am I just a pawn in her game? She crashed at Mia's, pouring out the story. That's twisted, Mia said. But maybe she changed. Harper wrestled. Forgive or flee. The next day, she returned, demanding answers. Hazel confessed. I was young, ambitious. Posing as a maid let me gather intel on your dad's company. But I saw you, your kindness, your struggles. It stuck with me. The revelation twisted the knife. Harper saw the depth of deception, yet glimpsed genuine remorse. You used me, she whispered. Hazel nodded. And now I'm paying for it. The aftermath was a Cold War, polite interactions masking hurt. Harper threw herself into work at the center, advocating for queer rights, finding purpose amid pain. But each night, alone in the guest room, she questioned. Can trust be rebuilt? Or is this the price of my choices? The drama intensified as rumors spread in social circles. Whispers of their strained marriage fueling gossip. Harper's family sensed it, pressuring her to fix things. The weight was crushing, her decisions haunted by consequences. As the strain deepened, Harper's involvement at the LGBTQ center became a lifeline, but it also amplified her internal battles. Leading support groups, she heard stories mirroring her own. Women torn between love and legacy. Choosing yourself isn't selfish, she advised one participant. The words echoing her hypocrisy. Back home, the penthouse felt like a battlefield. Hazel's presence a constant reminder of betrayal. How do I move forward? Harper pondered in quiet moments, the moral dilemma gnawing. Expose the truth and risk family ruin, or endure the lie? A pivotal confrontation arose during a corporate event. Hazel introduced Harper as her devoted wife, the words dripping irony. Later, in the limo, Harper exploded. Devoted? After what you did? Hazel countered. I regrets it every day. But you benefited. Your family thrives. The argument escalated, voices rising. Thrives on deceit. Harper shot back. Inside she grappled. Is redemption possible? Or am I fooling myself? They arrived home in silence, the rift widening. Family interference peaked when Harper's parents hosted an anniversary dinner. Tensions simmered as her father toasted. To alliances that save us. Harper bit her tongue, but her mother's probing gaze unnerved her. After, in private, her mother asked, "Are you happy, dear?" The question cracked Harper's facade. Happy? I'm trapped. Tears flowed as she hinted at her feelings. Her mother's face hardened. Don't say that. Think of the scandal. Rejection stung. Harper fled, thoughts swirling. Blood ties bind, but at what cost? Seeking solace, Harper confided in a center mentor, Elena. My wife's passed. It's complicated, she admitted. Elena nodded. Love in our community often is. But hiding erodes the soul. The advice resonated, pushing Harper toward action. That night, she challenged Hazel. Tell me everything about the disguise. Hazel sighed, recounting. Hired by a competitor, she infiltrated as a housemaid, observing operations. But your quiet strength drew me in. I quit the job early, guilty. Harper absorbed it, pain mingling with understanding. You saw the real me yet used it. The confession bridged some gaps, but trust remained fragile. Societal backlash hit when a tabloid leaked hints of their unconventional marriage. Whispers at events turned to stares. Hazel's board questioned her stability. This could cost me everything, Hazel admitted one evening, vulnerability raw. Harper felt a pang. And me? I'm the collateral. Their dialogue turned introspective. Hazel shared her own coming-out struggles, disowned by foster families, building walls. I thought power would protect me. Harper related. I hid to please mine. For the first time, empathy outweighed anger, a tentative bond forming. But betrayal resurfaced when Harper found letters from Hazel's ex, a woman named Lila, pleading reconciliation. Jealousy flared, irrational yet potent. Who is she? Harper demanded. Hazel explained. Past. Ended badly because I chose career over heart. The revelation humanized Hazel further, but Harper's insecurities surged. Am I just a replacement? The night ended in tears, Harper retreating to reflect. Love demands vulnerability, but am I ready? High drama unfolded at a family reunion in the Hamptons. Harper's extended relatives grilled her on the marriage, conservative views clashing with her evolving self. Her cousin sneered. Heard rumors. Hope it's not true. The homophobia ignited fury. Harper defended. What if it is? Love isn't your business. The room fell silent, her parents mortified. Driving back with Hazel, she vented. They'll never accept us. Hazel squeezed her hand. Us? Is there an us? The slip revealed Harper's shifting heart, terrifying yet liberating. In the aftermath, Harper faced a moral crossroads. Her volunteer work led to organizing a pride event, drawing media attention. This could out us, Hazel warned. Harper countered. Hiding is killing me. The debate raged, safety versus authenticity. Ultimately, Harper chose to speak at the event, sharing anonymized struggles. The applause empowered her, but backlash followed. Family calls condemning her agenda. Her father thundered. You're destroying us. Guilt crashed. Did I trade family for freedom? Hazel's support surprised her. Attending the event incognito, she later confessed. I'm proud. And scared. Their conversation deepened. Hazel admitted lingering feelings from her disguised days. Watching you then. It wasn't just business. Harper's heart raced. Then why the charade now? Hazel, fear. Of rejection. The vulnerability bridged divides, but external pressures mounted as investors pulled from Montgomery Enterprises, citing instability. A climactic betrayal came from within. Alex, Harper's brother, leaked details of Hazel's past to the press, thinking it would free her. Headlines screamed. CEO's deceptive rise. Chaos ensued. Hazel confronted Harper. Your family? Hurt. Harper denied knowledge, but doubt seeded. Investigating, she learned Alex's motive, protecting her from manipulation. Rage boiled. You had no right. The sibling rift deepened family fractures. In solitude, Harper weighed costs. Her marriage, once a prison, now held potential for truth. But the damages, strained relations, professional hits, questioned every choice. Is love worth the wreckage? She pondered, the drama's toll evident in sleepless nights. The scandal's fallout was relentless, with paparazzi hounding their penthouse, forcing Harper and Hazel into seclusion. Board meetings turned hostile. Hazel fought to retain control, her empire teetering. "This is the price," she told Harper bitterly one night, poring over damage reports. Harper felt responsible. "If I hadn't spoken out." But Hazel interrupted. "No. Truth has a cost, but lies cost more." The words resonated, fueling Harper's resolve amid turmoil. Internally, she battled. Am I destroyer or liberator? Family estrangement peaked when her parents issued an ultimatum. Distance yourself from that lifestyle, or we're done. The call ended in shouts. Harper hung up, tears streaming. They raised me yet abandoned me? She thought, the moral conflict excruciating. Choosing self meant losing roots, a trade-off that haunted her dreams. Hazel offered comfort. Build new family. Their bond strengthened, tentative touches evolving into emotional anchors, though boundaries held. Societal judgment amplified via online vitriol, trolls attacking their sham marriage. Harper's center work suffered. Donors withdrew, fearing association. We're pariahs, she lamented to Elena. But pioneers, Elena replied. The perspective shifted Harper's view. Sacrifice for progress? Yet personal tolls mounted. Friends distancing, isolation deepening. A surprising alliance formed with Lila, Hazel's ex, who reached out anonymously. Meeting secretly, Lila shared. Hazel's guarded but worth it. Don't let past define you. Jealousy faded. Insights revealed Hazel's fears. Confronting Hazel. Why hide her? Hazel admitted. Shame. She wanted openness. I couldn't. The honesty peeled layers, fostering trust. Harper reflected. Forgiveness isn't weakness, it's strength. Drama escalated at a board confrontation. Investors demanded Hazel's resignation, citing scandals. Harper attended, uninvited, defending. Her personal life doesn't diminish her leadership. The bold move stunned. Hazel's eyes met hers, grateful. Post-meeting, Hazel whispered. You didn't have to. Harper. Yes, I did. For us. The us solidified. A quiet awakening amid chaos. But betrayal struck again. Harper's mother, in desperation, fed tabloids more dirt, old family secrets about Harper's phases. Headlines twisted. Troubled bride's hidden past. Devastated, Harper confronted her. How could you? Her mother sobbed. To save you from ruin. The logic appalled. Love as destruction? The rift seemed irreparable, Harper cutting ties temporarily. In the quiet, Harper and Hazel rebuilt. Late talks uncovered depths. Hazel's disguise wasn't just espionage. It sparked genuine affection, watching Harper's compassion. I fell from afar, Hazel confessed. Harper's heart swelled. And now? Hazel. Closer than ever. The admission marked a turning point. Their relationship evolving from arrangement to authenticity, though challenges loomed. External pressures culminated in a lawsuit from former investors, alleging fraud via Hazel's past. Legal battles drained them. Harper testified, exposing vulnerabilities. I stand by her, she declared in court, the words a declaration of loyalty and love. Media frenzy followed, but support trickled from unexpected quarters. Queer allies rallying online. Personal growth shone through damage. Harper mentored at the center with renewed vigor, her story inspiring. Pain forges change, she told groups. Internally, am I healed or scarred? The duality defined her journey. A family reconciliation attempt failed dramatically. At a mediated meeting, her father accused. You chose her over us. Harper countered. I chose truth. Emotions erupted, shouts, tears. Her mother wavered. We were wrong but scared. Partial apologies mended slivers, but full acceptance eluded. Harper left conflicted. Progress or stalemate? As tensions eased, Harper and Hazel faced their own crossroads. What now? Harper asked one evening, overlooking the harbor. Hazel. Rebuild. Together. The commitment terrified yet exhilarated. Harper pondered. Is this the awakening I needed? The final blow came from Alex's apology, guilt-ridden. He confessed leaking to help. Forgiveness was hard. You hurt us all. The sibling bond strained, a casualty of misguided protection. Through it all, Harper's inner world transformed. From doubt to defiance, embracing her identity. The costs, lost relationships, professional setbacks, were steep, but the freedom priceless. Was it worth it? She questioned nightly, the answer evolving. With the lawsuit dismissed on technicalities, a fragile peace settled over Harper and Hazel's life, but scars lingered like shadows in sunlight. Hazel's position stabilized, though diminished. She pivoted to ethical ventures, inspired by Harper's advocacy. You've changed me, Hazel admitted during a quiet dinner, their hands entwined, a simple act once unimaginable. Harper smiled faintly, but inside, doubts whispered, change or survival. The journey's toll weighed heavy, each decision an echo of sacrifices made. Societal acceptance crept slowly. Positive media pieces emerged, portraying them as trailblazers. At a pride parade, they walked hand in hand, cheers drowning out hecklers. This is progress, Harper thought, yet remembered the hate mail, the lost friends. The duality gnawed. Victory laced with loss. Family ties mended piecemeal. Her parents attended a neutral event, awkward hugs exchanged. We're trying, her mother said. Harper nodded, heart aching. Trying enough? Internal awakenings deepened. Harper published an anonymous essay on queer struggles in conservative families, cathartic yet exposing. Responses flooded, support, criticism. You're brave, one read. Brave? She felt exposed, vulnerable. Hazel read it, tears in eyes. This is you, raw, real. Their bond solidified, conversations turning to futures. Adoption? Advocacy full-time? Dreams tempered by reality's bite. A final confrontation with past demons arose when Lila reappeared, offering closure. Over coffee she wished them well. You two fit. No jealousy lingered. Harper saw growth. Thank you, she said, reflecting. Past pains pave present paths. Drama's remnants surfaced in unexpected ways. At a corporate gala, old investors snubbed them. Hazel shrugged. Their loss. But Harper seethed internally. Why must we pay eternally? The night ended in reflection. Resilience born from fire. Family healing progressed haltingly. Alex hosted a dinner, apologies reiterated. I was wrong, he said. Harper forgave, but wariness remained. Trust rebuilt slowly. Her parents engaged more. Questions about their life, tentative curiosity replacing judgment. Love wins, her father murmured once, a breakthrough. Yet Harper wondered. Wins what? The war, or just a battle? As high-profile advocates, they faced new pressures, interviews probing personal lives. How did you overcome? One asked. Harper. By choosing each other daily. Truth but simplified, the damage is unspoken. Internally, choices scar as much as heal. The ultimate food for thought came during a quiet evening walk in Boston Common. Hazel paused. Regrets? Harper considered. The betrayals, heartbreaks, awakenings. Some. But without them, no us. Satisfaction mingled with sorrow, the price of authenticity. In the end, their story wasn't tidy resolution, but ongoing evolution. Harper looked back. From forced vows to chosen love. Through fires of deceit and prejudice. The transformations, personal, relational, demanded everything. Was sacrificing family bonds for personal truth ultimately the right choice? Or a selfish evasion of duty? With the legal battles behind them, Harper and Hazel embraced a new chapter. But the echoes of drama reverberated. Hazel's company rebranded, focusing on inclusive policies, a direct nod to their experiences. This is our legacy, Hazel said, pride in her voice. Harper nodded, but her mind wandered to the costs. Sleepless nights, strained alliances. Legacy built on ruins, she thought, the moral ambiguity persistent. Daily life normalized, yet tensions simmered. Mornings brought shared coffee, conversations flowing deeper. Hazel opening about childhood traumas, Harper sharing suppressed dreams. I wanted to be an artist, she confessed. Hazel encouraged. Pursue it now. The support warmed, contrasting past isolations. But societal stares at public outings reminded. Normalcy illusory. A key moment. Harper's essay went viral, sparking debates on queer rights in traditional families. Praise poured, but so did backlash, threats, disinvites. Worth it? Hazel asked, concerned. Harper. Yes. Silence enables oppression. Conviction grew, yet fear lingered. Protecting love versus fighting injustice? Family dynamics shifted gradually. Her parents visited the penthouse, touring tentatively. It's modern, her father said, masking discomfort. Over dinner, talks turned personal. We missed signs, her mother admitted. Harper. You ignored them. Honesty hurt but bridged. Alex joined, his presence awkward but sincere. I'm learning, he said. Harper appreciated, though scars ached. Professional awakenings flourished. Harper led workshops, empowering others. Your story saves lives, a participant told her. Impact outweighed pains, affirming choices. Hazel mentored queer entrepreneurs, her cold facade thawed. Yet, quiet doubts persisted. Alone, Harper journaled. Did I trade one cage for another? Freedom's price, emotional exhaustion, public scrutiny. Hazel sensed. We can step back. But Harper refused. No. Forward. Climactic reflection during a vacation in Cape Cod. Beach walks prompted soul-searching. From disguise to devotion. Ironic, Harper mused. Hazel laughed. Fates twisted. They discussed futures, travel, causes. Optimism bloomed, tempered by realism. Returning, they hosted a fundraiser, uniting allies. Success validated struggles, but a heckler's shout, fakers. Revived wounds. Ignore, Hazel urged. Harper did, but internally. Eternal battle? In culmination, their bond proved resilient, forged in fire. Harper realized. Growth demands sacrifice but yields truth. Was sacrificing family bonds for personal truth ultimately the right choice? Or a selfish evasion of duty?